Hi people, today I'm going to talk about the Lumina exotic hand cannon. This beautiful gun right here. It fires 150 rounds per minute, has a 12 round magazine. The intrinsic trait is noble rounds. Kills with this weapon leave behind remnants. Absorbing a remnant converts your next hip-fired shot into an ally-seeking noble round and partially refills the magazine. It comes with the perks Chamber Compensator, right there, increases stability by 10, moderately controls recoil, slightly decreases handling speed by -5, accurized rounds, it increases range by 10, Blessing of the Sky, using a noble round on an ally, heals them and grants both you and them a weapon damage bonus for a short duration, and the last one is Polymer Grip, increases handling speed again by 10. You can also get a catalyst for this weapon. The catalyst will give you 2 remnant per final blow instead of 1. So to do this quest you have to go to Trostland on the EDZ, just spawn in the rending zone right there and follow this path. I show you, I sped up the video a bit for your convenience, and also I'll have to make a disclaimer here. I was kind of struggling with the voiceover, my microphone kept acting up and I didn't write down anything. I tried to wing it. I'm a lazy cunt, I have to tell you that, and it didn't really work out. I still didn't write down anything, but I just said fuck it, I'll do it as it is. So it might be a bit rumbling, it might be a bit incoherent, so just bear with me here. I'll give you some useful information, I promise you. So anyway, you cross this room, right? You go to the other side, there will be a fallen transmit device right here. You stand on the play, when it prompts you to transmit, you transmit. You come to this hillside. You kill all the fallen, or not, whatever. I prefer to kill everything in my sight. When you get to the top of the hill, there is this fallen barrier, right? You go to the left, jump up this ledge, there is this abandoned campsite. You'll find a couple of dead guardians here. Now this is a different quest, it's for the phone. I'll show you in a later video. So you open this chest, you get 2 quests, right? One is the system positioning device, the other is a fateful gift. The system positioning device will point to a direction on one of the planets or moons. It can point to 7 different locations. I'll show each of them right now. I'll show you the EDZ one. It's in the sludge. It's in the Lost Sector Shaft 13, right? So you go to the sludge. So you spawn into the sludge. I strongly suggest doing this quest in the next 7 weeks, because all these destinations will get vaulted, and then there is no certainty of how and when you can acquire all these exotic weapons. So the chest will be behind this door, right on this table. It's a wooden ornate chest. You open it, you get your hand cannon right there. Is on Mars. You spawn in at Braytech Futurescape. So as I was saying, with all this vaulting, a lot of exotics will be disappearing from the game, and I strongly suggest to do it in the next 7 weeks, because these are good exotics, to be honest, and exotics don't get sunsetted. So yeah, if you have time and you don't really know what to do in this game and haven't yet acquired all these exotics, I'll give you a couple of hints how to get it done fast and efficiently. And yeah, I think you should do it. It's really nice. I really like this gun, especially if you're playing Warlock main. It's very beneficial. Anyway, you jump off your Sparrow here. I think you should kill all the ads here, because honestly it can be a bit of an inconvenience when they are shooting at you while you're trying to do whatever task you're trying to do. So I usually get all the ads cleared out whenever I do whatever I do. So up there you shoot that, jump up here, jump up again. It's a ventilation shaft, you follow it. Also, if you are using a mountain top like I do, change it here, because otherwise you'll kill yourself. It will be on this wall right there, your chest. Next one, it's the IO one. It's an excavation site 2. Launch. So another thing, if you are doing this quest, I strongly suggest to find another. So why, you may ask? The second part of this quest will require you to do activities with the rose cannon equipped, and the more people in your fire team is equipped with this weapon, the more it counts towards completion, right? So if you are doing it solo, it can be quite grindy. If you are doing it in a fire team of 3, it will be less so. So the chest is right across this room, on below this large window, next to this other chest right there. The next one is on 5th landing. It's not actually on 5th landing though, it's on the high plains, but you spawn in on 5th landing, you jump on your sparrow and drive towards Horn Gulch. Go right across the map to this cavern here. Right, try to stay on the main rock. On the left side of the main rock, you'll find this frame holding this cable. You jump down to this rock, this flat rock, and on the opposite side, on that other rock, in that crevice, you'll find your box right here. Next one is on the spine of Karis in the Dreaming City. So you spawn in at the only possible spawn point, you go across the map. Basically you are following the same path you would follow if you are doing the weekly quest, the Oracle engine. So most of this video is about how to find the rose hand cannon. The rest is quite straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. You don't need to really have a video for that. I'll give you a couple of pointers and a couple of things which I realized made it easier, but essentially it gives you like what to do. So it's on this rock, up this ledge, and in the furthermost corner right there, right? Okay, next one. It's on Titan. You go to Siren's Watch. So yeah, this video become quite long. It's almost 25 minutes. I wanted to do a really comprehensive, very detailed one, because all the other videos I could find about this quest were either done in the Season of Opulence, which was quite different. you didn't have the opportunity, for example, to do the ordeal nightfall, so it was a bit more complicated. Now it's like much easier. That part is much easier essentially. Other parts not so much. So yeah. So I think, like, you know, this sort of video is well, not necessary but helpful, because some people haven't done this quest. I have some mates in my clan who haven't really bothered to get it out. Some people are returning to the game before the new expansion, and obviously as the new expansion got delayed, the next one is on Nessus. You go to Artifact's Edge, right? So what I was saying, yeah, that a lot of people just came back to the game, they didn't play Season of Opulence or whatever, they are missing out on exotics, and as all these exotics are getting kind of vaulted, well, obviously Bungie said that there will be an option to still acquire them, but nobody knows how or when or what will be the requirement for that. It's like, you know, you still have 7 weeks. If you don't have anything else to do, you might as well just go and get it. Yeah, so this one, actually, another thing, I read a lot of articles, seen a couple of videos about this. Nobody mentions this one, so I just realized, honestly, the other day I was helping a friend getting the Lumina, and when he got his positioning device, he pointed to this particular place, and yeah, there was like no mention about this in any of the articles. So it might be new, I don't know, or like nobody actually got it, but yeah, it will be here right there. So next part will require you to do 250 orbs of light. So the best bet is to come to the blind well, do a couple of blind well encounters. The reason for that, maybe a lot of people know this, but some people might not. So anyway, bear with me. Here there is a mechanic where you can actually spam your supers almost instantly and constantly. Yeah, that's the actual quest. So what you need to do, right? In the blind well, there is this mini boss, that dude right there. He's called Servant of the Plague. Whenever he spawns, there is another dude who spawns with him, the one called Anathema, and it drops this orb. It gives you the buff Harmony right there on the screen. The Harmony buff will actually gives you an insane amount of super recovery, right? So it also gives you other two things. You can damage the shield of the Servant of the Plague, and you can roam the blind well without needing to stand in the bubbles. But what we are, like, you know, looking for is this insane amount of super recovery. So whenever you kill this boss, you pick up the orb, right? And look at that, bang, my super is up right there. And then you just bam, spam your super. You still have a bit on your Harmony. And also at the end you have this like major boss fight with like 3 bosses. If you're doing tier 3, you get all these like anathemas spawning, and then just picking up orbs, doing your super again, and as everybody is doing it, there will be a lot of orbs of light. You can pick them up. So yeah, you can do it pretty much in like 3 encounters, maybe 4 if you are not that lucky, or you don't know the mechanic, but it's quite easy. After that, you will get 3 new steps. One will require you to do multi-kills with the Rose Hand Cannon, the other to do the 50k point Nightfall, and this one, which I'm doing right now, is to get 35 points by doing activities. Now the activity I suggest to do is escalation protocol, and the reason for that is the other two activities, blind well and forges, only give you 5 pounds or 5 pounds. Jesus fucking Christ! So only give you 5 points per completion, right? And escalation protocol gives you 7, right? So you do escalation protocols, you just have to do 5 of them. Yeah. For the multi-kills, you just look for red bars at the first stage of the escalation protocol. You will get a lot of red bars. You just, like, you know, kill them. It will give you completion no time. And the next step, that's actually easier than it was in the Season of Opulence, because you have the option to do the Nightfall ordeal. So basically you just go there, do it on hero. That will matchmake you if you are doing it solo with 2 other people. It's piss easy, honestly. You just go and do the strike. I seriously think, unless you are teamed up with really incompetent people, you'll be able to get even, maybe even 100k on a good strike. So you can see I just killed the boss. It gave us 84,000 points, a couple of enhancement cores. It's all good. So you're off to the next step, which is the most grindiest, most painful part of this whole quest line. Now you will need to do different activities, right? And it will count towards 100% completion. But if you are doing it solo, one menagerie run, I done menageries, one menagerie run will only count as 7%. If all the fire team equips the rose hand cannon, it would count as like 35%. So it was, when this questline came out, everybody was doing menagerie runs with the rose hand cannon, so it was quite easy. You done like just 3, you're over and done with. Now I had to do 20 runs. It was painful, honestly. It was painful, boring as hell. Still, because people are quite competent in running the menagerie now, we still can manage. You'll probably have to run still the 20, but it's quite fast, because usually it's just 2 encounters, then the boss fight, and the boss fight is usually one phase, so it's alright. It can be done. Also, a bit of an advice: if you are running the menagerie, check the roster. Maybe you find someone else running with the rose hand cannon, message them and team up with them, and then it will count twice as much towards the completion. So you actually might be able to find a couple of guys eventually and just get it over and done with, because running 20 menageries is not fun, let me tell you that. So anyway, you finish the quest. You need to do now 50 final blows in the crucible with hand cannons, generate 50 orbs, and deny an invasion. Now the invasion denial, I think you should start with that first, because you don't just have to deny the invasion, you have to kill the invader literally when it spawns. I'll show you right there. Spawn, bang, done. You have to get this not on my... When you finished, you can stay in Gambit, do the 50 orbs there, or do whatever other activity you like. I stayed in Gambit. It took me maybe another match. I done the invader kill on my first match, so I just thought, yeah, it's okay, I'll stay. I done the 50 kills before this. I wanted to put together a montage, but it wasn't really anything interesting. It was sort of like lame. I got like melted after every other kill, so I couldn't put together like a decent montage of PvP kills. Honestly, it's not hard, but it's not fun, because you are using a hand cannon, and every hand cannon is sort of nerfed, while the auto rifles are buffed, so everybody's running around with Knowing Hunger, which has a much bigger range, and the TTK is ridiculous on those things. Make no mistake, I run around Knowing Hunger when I'm like doing PvP, so using a hand cannon in PvP is okay if you are very good in PvP. and use the hand cannon and have a gold roll, but on this character I don't really have anything which was like, you know, useful. I done it with the rolls, and it didn't take me long, to be honest, because all the kills what your fire team does counts towards your completion. So I done 2 matches literally, like both of them were kind of lame. I finished in the middle of the group, and I just couldn't put together anything, like, you know, but if you've done PvP, it's PvP, like, you know, it's like nothing special. We just run around with the hand cannon, try to shoot the guys, and that's it. After that, you come into the strike, Will of the Thousand. You shoot all these crystals. It's usually towards the higher area of the... What was that? Like, that was weird, to be honest. You can see I'm on Warlock, and then it suddenly seemed that I casted like a golden gun. Probably one of the players done it, and just like weird frame drop. Yeah, or anyway, you shoot the crystals. There are enough crystals for like a whole fire team. You only need to do 11, and then you just go on and kill Zol, and when he is dead, you get your exotic hand cannon. Actually, you won't get it. Basically, your rolls will bloom into this beautiful exotic hand cannon. But if you liked the rolls or you want to keep it, you can get it from collections. It's a really good hand cannon, to be honest. So I actually have it in my collection. I still keep it. It will be sunsetted though, so that's it. Yeah, for the last part I put together a little montage. I went into a strike just using the Lumina. This is how it works. The buff, you can see it gives you almost twice as high damage bonus. That's it. So anyway, if you like the video, push the like button, maybe even subscribe if you liked it that much. I'll put up videos regularly once I fix my microphone issue. And yeah, have a nice day, take care, see you soon.